Alright, so now we are going to enter and add some headers and footers. And a header is a text or a graphic that's going to appear at the top of every page of a document. And a footer is text or graphic that's going to appear at the bottom of every page. In longer documents, headers and footers often contain the title of the publication, or the chapter, the name of the author, maybe even the page number. And you can add headers and footers to a document by double-clicking in the top or bottom margins of a document to open that area. And then we just simply would insert the text or the graphics into them. We can also use the commands on our Insert tab to insert some pre-designed headers and footers that we can modify with our information. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a Control Home so we can get to the top of our document. And we're going to use the Insert tab. So I'm going to select the Insert tab, and then I'm going to go to my header and footer group, and you'll see here that I have a header button. And as I select that, I hit the arrow, I'm going to see that I have a gallery of some built-in designs. I'm going to scroll down and just view some of the options that you have here. Ultimately, they want us to choose just a blank header. And then in that area, we are going to simply type reasons to go, or reason TGO, health information for travelers. Alright, so that we've entered into the top of our document, which is our header area. We're now going to select that header text, but we don't want that paragraph mark, so we're just simply going to select that text, making sure not to select the paragraph symbol. And we're going to go to our font list arrow, and we want to change this to the Berlin Sans FB Demi. So I'm going to go to my Home tab and come over here. And from my options, I'm going to scroll on down. I want Berlin Sans, FB, and I want Demi. For my font color, I want a blue accent 5. So I'll come to my font color, and I'll hover over till I find blue. I want the darker one. There's the blue accent 5. And then I'd like this to be centered. So I'll come to my paragraph group, and I will center that. I also want to add a bottom border. It's also in it's a default setting here. So I'll go ahead and choose the bottom border. Nope, that's not what I want. Let me see this. I want bottom border. And I have a box around that. Let's choose the whole line. There we go. I'm going to simply undo. There we go. In order for me to get all of that, I need to get that paragraph symbol there, and it draws the line underneath of it. I now want to go down to my footer. Notice that my header and footer tools is still active, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Design, and I want to now go to my footer area. Now, I could have scrolled down, but I'm following along with what our text is instructing us to do. So I click on the Go to Footer button, and here I want to select a page number field in the footer. So, look in our footer area. I want the page number field. Here we go. Here's page number. And I'm not quite sure. Oh, no, actually they want us to select the page number field that we've already inserted. Remember, we've already done that. They want us to change this also to the same Berlin Sans. So I'll come back here. It's going to be my recently used because I've already used that, and that color has already, we've just worked with that, so that's easy for us to find. Now we want to close our header and footer, so I can either double click or I can come back to my header and footer tools and then simply say close header and footer. Alright, so now I can do a Control Home. Brings me to the top of my document. They want us to position the they want us to position the pointer over the header of the text at the top of our page. So we position our cursor over here at the top of our page, and then we just double click, and that brings us into my header area. And again, now it activates our header and footer tools. We don't want to have a header on our first page, so we're going to come up under our options, and we're simply going to say different first page, and now that header is removed from the first page, as well as the footer. But when I go to page 2, I see my header and footer. So if we were to look at this from multiple pages, we get a better snapshot of what this looks like. So let me increase this. So we see our header and footer on pages 3 and 4. There's our header. We see our footer down below. And then on pages 1 and 2, it's a little different. We don't have a header on page 1 because we've specified that we want a different first page.